County decided to make pickles. They updated a family recipe, and what they cooked up was sweet success. Stephanie Borland reports on how they are now selling Miss Jenny's pickles in stores across the country.
Cultivating cucumbers in this Forsyth County field is something Jenny Fulton and her family has been doing for generations.
My whole life, I grew up on pickles, and I eat pickles every day.
Once off the vine, her grandma would mix in some simple ingredients, and Mama's pickles were devoured with delight. Now, Jenny's children are part of that tradition, but instead of just creating a tasty treat, they're helping to make a business blossom.
My husband said, "Hey, you make great pickles. You need to do something with it." And I was like, "Yes, I do." And so I took an old family recipe, we tweaked it a little bit, and we created America's first salt and pepper pickle.
But Jenny didn't create that pickle without a partner.
And then they're coming back at 1. I am from Atlanta, and I grew up, all city, never canned, preserved, nothing like that. And so, but that's what Jenny grew up on. So that's the expertise that she brought to the table.
First, though, they had to figure out the process of getting their product from the cucumber to the customer. Preparing the pickles in a local YMCA kitchen and armed with passion and perseverance, they got to work.
We could cut a 50-pound box like this in a mandolin in about 20, 25 minutes.
From there, it was a matter of finding just the right mixture of all natural spices. Some black pepper, mustard seed, and dill weed. And while they were confident in their recipe, they had to make sure they were making a safe product.
We called the Department of Ag, and they said, "Well, you have to go to pickle school." So what? How to go to pickle school. We learned ways to kill people, ways not to kill people, and we learned how to make a shelf-stable product and do it the correct way.
Now the question was, would people buy them?
Well, I've learned family and friends lie. So what you want to do is you want a total stranger to try your product and say, "Hey, what do you think?" Well, people have nothing to lose. They tell the truth.
And what they discovered was those pickles they created were crowd pleasers.
Then we had to go out and find people who would sell this product. And we just knocked on a lot of doors, and a lot of people said yes.
So their pickles started rolling out to local shops and national stores. They are now in Whole Foods, Harris Teeter, and even upscale gourmet retailers like Dean and DeLuca.
So our growth has been phenomenal.
That growth recently allowed them to move into this former tobacco warehouse in Kernersville, where college students put the finishing touches on Miss Jenny's jars.
Right now, we have 4 flavors of all-natural Miss Jenny's pickles. We have our signature salt and pepper. We have a traditional bread and butter, a jalapeno salt and pepper, and an award-winning habanero bread and butter pickle.
And there are more savory seasonings to come.
In addition to the 4 flavors they already have, they're adding 2 more. One's a garlic onion, and the other is this one, key lime pepper. Now, they haven't even labeled this yet. They gave me a sample, and as you can tell, I've already had a couple.
To keep up with the demand, they now have a co-packer that helps fill their orders, making about 1,000 jars a day, while they were able to do just about 60 themselves. And those numbers are likely to increase significantly as they work toward making Miss Jenny's pickles international.
So we are in negotiations with a buyer from China as well as Canada. So in my opinion, Miss Jenny's future is very bright.
And with reviews in Paula Deen's magazine calling them a hidden gem, and several upcoming appearances on the QVC shopping network giving them a huge opportunity to sell their pickles to a nationwide audience, she's right.
Miss Jenny's needs to be in every refrigerator, in every household. So we've got a long way to go. And we work every day, every night, Sundays, it doesn't matter what day it is.
As they aim to make Miss Jenny's a household name, they put their names on every box they send out to ensure quality control.
You know what? My name's on that jar. And if you're getting my pickles, I want to make sure they're great.
But it's not just about making the perfect pickle. It's a matter of pride. Pride formed from her family, her community, and the land she grew up on in North Carolina.
Curing hams using